Hello there, Sir from 17 once again. This is my Thief Master Difficulty video walkthrough. This is the in-between interludes to chapters, where you can do a little bit of side questing and re-equipping. I'm literally going to call it something along the lines of Basso and the Queen of Beggars, because that's what the game is introducing. It's also introducing familiar areas, because you're going to navigate these places a handful of times throughout the game, and each time you do so they will progressively change as the state of the city changes. Because there's a little bit of political intrigue in the storyline. None of it is all that interesting. And the story goes surprisingly supernatural, which I wasn't expecting, and so did Dishonored. And it makes me wonder why we can't seem to make stealth games that are just about stealth games. They always seem to have this, preposterous, crazy spirituality part or supernatural sections, and I don't know if they work or not. I really don't. But this guy is your salesman dude. He's the shop who's going to sell you pretty much everything you use. And I don't know if you noticed, but there's a funny artifacting bug on his face. For some reason, he gets these two black... I don't even know what they are. They're like black holes in the corners of his eyes. He looks like he hasn't slept for years. He's either that or he's way too into crystal meth, and instead of losing teeth, his eyes have just grown holes. Because there's something wrong with that dude's face, suffice to say. But in the bottom right, you'll notice that there's a heart that's got like a lightning bolt through it, like a Harry Potter heart beating. That means that Geralt is not very fit, because this dude can only swoop a handful of times before he gets knackered. I'm an asthmatic and I could swoop more times than that. It's like, come on bro, you're a professional thief, get your ass in gear, son. But it's obviously a gameplay trope to stop it from being too overpowered. In this instance, I don't think people respond to you and set off alarms, but the last time I gave them the opportunity to do so, it sounded an alarm, so you'll notice I am always very skeptical of civilians, because certain parts they'll not do anything, other parts they'll set alarms off. And if you have a zero or alarm modifier on, as soon as that alarm even remotely comes close to being triggered, it's insta-fail. And I try to avoid that as much as I can. So, now that we've talked to those people, I trimmed the cutscenes out, you're going to move up to this gate, and it's going to lead into Chapter 2, and we're going to do some more stealthing. So thank you for watching, and you take care now.